Europa, princess of Tyre, vanished, stolen away by Zeus, disguised as a white bull. Her father, King Agenor, heartbroken. He commanded his sons, Cadmos, Phoenix, and Cilix, to find her.
"Return with Europa, or don't return at all," he ordered, his voice choked with despair.
Cadmos, the eldest, swore an oath. He would scour the earth for his sister. He loved Europa dearly. He wouldn't rest until she was found. His brothers, Phoenix and Cilix, echoed his vow. They set off in different directions, each determined to fulfill their father's command.
The brothers journeyed for months, their hope dwindling. They faced perilous seas, scorching deserts, and treacherous mountains. Their quest seemed impossible. Yet the thought of their father and their love for Europa fueled their determination.
They pressed on, their resolve unwavering. Phoenix, weary of the fruitless search, settled in a land he named Phoenicia. Cilix found solace in a land he called Cilicia. Both brothers, haunted by their failure, found a different kind of peace. They built new lives, far from the pain of their loss. Cadmos, however, couldn't give up. His heart ached for Europa. He refused to accept defeat. He sought guidance from the Oracle of Delphi. The cryptic words of the Pythia, Apollo's priestess, echoed in his ears.
"Follow a cow," she intoned, her voice filled with otherworldly power. "A cow with markings like the moon."
Cadmos, though confused, trusted the oracle. He left Delphi, his eyes scanning the horizon. He knew deep down this was the path to Europa, a path fraught with danger, but a path nonetheless. His heart ached with every passing day, his love for his sister a beacon in the dark. He wandered through fields and valleys, his hope flickering like a candle in the wind. Each step he took was heavy with the weight of uncertainty, yet he pressed on, driven by a purpose he could scarcely understand. One day, he spotted her. A magnificent cow, with a crescent moon marking on her flank. It was as if the heavens themselves had sent her to guide him. She grazed peacefully, unaware of her role in Cadmos's destiny. The serene landscape around her seemed to whisper secrets of ancient times. Cadmos, his heart pounding with anticipation, approached the cow. He could feel the significance of this moment, the culmination of his long and arduous journey. He swore an oath to honor whatever fate awaited him. The words felt heavy on his tongue, a solemn promise to the gods and to himself. He followed the cow, his steps light, his spirit renewed. Each stride felt like a step closer to his destiny, a path laid out by the divine. The cow led him through treacherous landscapes, her hooves finding safe passage. She seemed to know the way, as if guided by an unseen hand. She led him across rivers and mountains, through forests and plains. The journey was a test of endurance, a trial by nature. The journey was long, arduous. Each day brought new challenges but also new revelations. Yet Cadmos persevered, driven by the oracle's prophecy. The words of the oracle echoed in his mind, a constant reminder of his purpose.
Finally, after what felt like an eternity, the cow stopped. Her journey had come to an end, and so had Cadmos's. She collapsed onto the ground, her head bowed. It was a moment of profound silence, the calm before the storm of destiny. Cadmos knew this was the place. This was where his destiny awaited. The air was thick with anticipation, the forest holding its breath. He looked around, his eyes scanning the unfamiliar surroundings. Every tree, every shadow seemed to hold a secret, a piece of the puzzle. This was the end of his journey, but the beginning of something new. A new chapter in his life, a new adventure, waiting to unfold.
Cadmos prepared to sacrifice the cow, a tribute to the gods for guiding him. The air was thick with anticipation, the sacred ritual about to unfold. As he raised his sword, a voice boomed across the land, echoing through the valleys and hills. It was Athena, goddess of wisdom and war, descending from the heavens with an aura of divine authority.
"Cadmos," she commanded, "spare the cow." Her voice was both gentle and firm, resonating with undeniable power. She has served her purpose. The cow, now a symbol of divine intervention, stood calmly as if understanding its role in the grand design.
Athena instructed him to build a city on this spot, a city that would stand as a testament to the gods' favor. This, she proclaimed, would be Thebes, a city destined for greatness, a beacon of civilization and culture. Cadmos, humbled by the goddess's presence, obeyed. He felt a profound sense of duty and honor. He gathered his men and set about building his new city, but danger lurked nearby, a threat that could undo all their efforts. A monstrous serpent, offspring of Ares, guarded a nearby spring. Its presence was a constant menace. It preyed on Cadmos's men, its venomous fangs claiming life after life. The serpent's wrath was relentless.
Grief and fear gripped Cadmos's heart. He mourned the loss of his brave men, each life a heavy burden on his soul. He had found the place for his city, but at what cost? The land was fertile, but the price was steep. He knew he had to defeat the serpent. The safety of his people and the future of Thebes depended on it. He raised his sword, his resolve unwavering. The weight of his mission gave him strength. The serpent had taken too much. He would avenge his men. The battle was fierce, a clash of mortal and beast. He would protect his city, even if it meant facing death itself. His courage was unyielding, his spirit indomitable.
And so, Cadmos stood ready to face his greatest challenge, determined to build Thebes and honor the gods. His legacy would be etched in the annals of history, a hero who defied the odds to create a city of legend. Section 5. A Clash of Titans, the Serpent's Wrath Unleashed. The serpent, massive and fearsome, rose from the spring. Its scales glinted like 1,000 shields, its eyes burned with fury.
Cadmos, small in comparison, stood his ground. He charged, his sword ablaze with celestial fire, a gift from Athena.
The battle raged. Cadmos, agile and swift, dodged the serpent's venomous fangs. With a final, mighty blow, Cadmos plunged his sword deep into the serpent's heart.
The beast roared, a sound that shook the very foundations of the earth.
As the serpent lay dying, a voice boomed from the heavens. It was Ares, god of war, his voice filled with rage.
You may have slain my serpent, but you will pay for your transgression. Your family will be cursed for generations to come.
Cadmos, his heart heavy with guilt and fear, knelt before the god. He knew he had angered a powerful being and he dreaded the consequences. Section 6. The Weight of a Cursed Lineage. The story of Cadmos is one of perseverance and tragedy, a tale woven with threads of both triumph and sorrow. Despite the curse that haunted his lineage, Cadmos persevered with unwavering determination. He faced countless challenges, yet he never faltered. He completed the building of Thebes, a testament to his resilience and unyielding spirit. The city stood as a beacon of his hard work and dedication. He married Harmonia, daughter of Ares and Aphrodite, uniting two powerful lineages. Their union was seen as a symbol of hope and renewal, a bittersweet victory, for he knew their happiness was built on a foundation of sorrow. The curse of Ares was a shadow that loomed over their joy. Their wedding was a grand affair, attended by gods and mortals alike. The celebration was filled with music, laughter, and the blessings of the divine. But the curse of Ares loomed over them, a dark cloud obscuring their joy. It was a constant reminder of the fragility of their happiness.
Cadmos and Harmonia ruled Thebes with wisdom and compassion. They were beloved by their people, who admired their strength and kindness. They had 4 daughters, Semele, Agave, Ino, and Autonoa, and a son, Polydorus. Each child was a precious gift, bringing joy and hope to their lives.
Yet tragedy followed them like a shadow, never allowing them to fully escape the curse. It was a relentless force that sought to destroy their happiness. Their daughters, each beautiful and spirited, met with terrible fates. The curse seemed to target their very essence, bringing sorrow and despair. Driven mad, Agave killed her own son, Pentheus. The horror of her actions haunted her for the rest of her days. Semele was consumed by Zeus's divine fire, a tragic end to a life filled with promise. Her death was a stark reminder of the dangers of divine favor, and Ino drowned herself in the sea, driven to despair by the relentless curse. Her final moments were a testament to the overwhelming power of fate.
Cadmos, his heart breaking with each passing tragedy, watched his family crumble. The weight of their suffering was a burden he could not escape. He had built a city, but at what cost? The grandeur of Thebes was overshadowed by the personal losses he endured. He had found love, but it was poisoned by grief. The joy he shared with Harmonia was always tinged with the sorrow of their cursed fate.
He had defied the gods, and they in turn had shattered his world. The divine retribution was a force he could not overcome. He questioned his choices, his victories feeling like ashes in his mouth. The legacy he left behind was one of both greatness and profound sorrow. Section 7. A Bittersweet Metamorphosis. Years turned into decades, their reign a tapestry woven with triumph and tragedy. Cadmos, weary of sorrow, abdicated his throne. He and Harmonia, their love deepened by shared pain, decided to leave Thebes. They sought refuge in Illyria, hoping to outrun their cursed fate. But fate, it seemed, had other plans.
As they journeyed north, a strange transformation overcame them. Their bodies, once strong and vibrant, began to change. Scales replaced skin, limbs fused into a serpentine form.
Cadmos looked at Harmonia, her eyes reflecting his own fear and wonder.
It seems Ares has enacted his final revenge.
Perhaps this is our release, my love. An end to the suffering.
Together they embraced their fate, their human forms fading away, replaced by the glistening coils of serpents. Section 8, Slithering into the Sunset. An unfinished tale. The serpents, once Cadmos and Harmonia, slithered away. They vanished into the wilds of Illyria, leaving behind the sorrow and turmoil of their human lives. Some say they found peace in their new forms, their love transcending the curse. Others whisper that their transformation was not an ending, but a beginning. A new chapter in their epic saga. A tale of serpents, entwined by fate, forever bound to the legacy of gods and monsters. The story of Cadmos and Harmonia, it seemed, was far from over. The story will continue in future videos. Stay tuned.